So a bit about me. I'm from London, a nice small high school that had tractor day. A bit about on agriculture, but anyways, during my summer I got to go, I had a nice opportunity to go to Spain and see all of southern Spain while doing project management and history and architecture of southern Spain. It was a really fun time. How do I change this? 1 second, this. So one thing I would say for anyone who hasn't is to try and take advantage of going around. Since we have the opportunity, we can go anywhere we want across the world. We can do study abroads and do like a bunch of things that most people don't have the opportunity to do or don't have the chance or time because they're busy working in the summer. Whereas we have a bit more leeway and we can go out and see fantastic places like Malaga, where I stayed. And also, side note, if you guys have any questions while I'm doing, feel free to say, because I'm not a big fan of talking and I like to hear from you and I can go back and forth. But anyways, we stayed in Malaga and we traveled around all of southern Spain, or Andalusia, if you will. We went to places like Cordoba, Seville, Ronda, Granada, and even Gibraltar, which actually isn't in Spain, but it's just on that little point down there. And anyways, we got to go to these places. I even saw some monkeys too. They were really fun. And while we were doing these, it was tied to our architecture and history of southern Spain course. So we got hands-on work. We got to go to places like the Great Mosque of Cordoba, which we had assignments on, and we could actually see what we were learning about and see all of the history that we were doing behind. One of the other places we got to go was the Alhambra, which I have some nice pictures here of, and is basically, if you haven't heard of it, it's a nice kind of castle-esque thing, which you can basically walk around for the whole day. It's in Granada, and it has a lot of Muslim features, and even you can see some Roman architecture in there at some places as well, and it's all kind of mixed together. Another thing in Cordoba was they have this nice Roman bridge, which is called the Roman Bridge. Who would have thought? And it was it's one of their biggest pieces they have from way back when the Romans lived here. They made this huge bridge. There's 3 pillars that still stand today that used to that like were made all the way back then. The rest were kind of re-put in and rebuilt as it kind of got old, but 3 still stand. And I also had to do when we were there, this is for our Spain and architecture course, we had to make a little like 5-minute PowerPoint on it. Our thing was doing Roman architecture in the southern Spain. We also had to do one, which you'll see a bit later, possibly, I forget, for our project management, where we had to create a project for something, and one of the groups did a little project on getting us to go to Ronda, which we did do. It was the only one that we actually got to do, and they fully planned everything out for us. But back to this. So we had to basically explain why or how Roman architecture was put in together with modern Spain and all of the different elements that were used from their sort of engineering. One of the ways was the Roman arch, which is used all over the place, and one of the best and most used ways for creating aqueducts and even just huge buildings. Like you can see it all throughout all of their architecture and the big cathedrals. And also, as I said, the aqueducts. I didn't do this part, but there are quite a few examples around there. Like there is one, I believe, that's falling apart, but it's a really cool one. We didn't go to see it because it was a bit too far away. And here's some pictures of Ronda. So in this, in your left one, we went to go down. It was like a nice 1-hour hike. If you see that big bridge in the background, that's where we were on top of. That's like their huge bridge that was made a long time ago. And we hiked all the way down to take pictures. And then we had to hike back up. That was an adventure and a half. We were in a big group, and we kind of went back up on a path apparently we weren't supposed to. And it was in construction, so we get to the top, and there's just a wall right in front of us, like a fence with one little hole, and we're like, oh, well, we don't want to walk back down here. So we're all just standing there for like 10 minutes before like some kids come and show us like that you can sneak through the side and get back in. And that was a fun one. Then after that, we went to their nice bullfighting arena that they have there. There aren't any bullfights that happen now because I'm pretty sure it's closed. It only happens like once a year in Malaga when like they have their big events going on. But we got to go and adventure around it, and this is a nice picture of me in the bull stadium. And there's a bunch of other like that you can go around and see like all of the background stuff on it as well. And another place we went to was not Granada, sorry. We went to Gibraltar. That's where I saw the monkeys. They have cute monkeys on that. It's do you guys all know what Gibraltar is? The closest part between Spain and Africa, or Morocco, I believe. And you can actually see it from there. It's about 12 kilometers, 15 kilometers distance between both of them, since it's like right in the Gulf. But yeah, we went on a bus ride around there, went up the big random rock. That's where all the monkeys are. You can actually go inside of it, and there's a bunch in caves there too. But yeah. So yeah, if you ever have the chance, I would greatly suggest going on, trying to take opportunities to go and visit different places around the world, like Spain or Germany or China, just places, wherever you want. Use it. We can, so definitely use it. And the experience you get out of it is amazing. The people you meet are fantastic. And yeah, you'd be crazy to pass this opportunity up. And does anyone have any questions? Nope? Okay.
Where's next, Ethan? Where do you think?
Oh, next. Could be anywhere. I've already gone to Australia and New Zealand. A place I'd like to go is maybe Germany. I know for the dual degree, we're planning a trip to go either to Germany or Estonia. So one of those would be pretty cool.
I guess where do you find these opportunities? So where's like the best resource to find this?
Well, you can find them in lots of places. Like if you look up for, at least us, study abroad, they have a big list. Or if you keep track with all of your emails, like if you just click on some that look like spam, they have a bunch of opportunities. Like I forget the place, but I signed up for some on one of them. Like it brings us. It's kind of like oh God, I'm forgetting names here. Mike, is it? Mark. Yes. It's kind of like what you did with Rebecca, in a sense where you go to like. You get opportunities to go on reading week to a place and help build houses or something. But yeah.
Do press that one just to add on to that. I know like in my undergrad, like at Western, my undergrad school, we had an actual, I would call it international affairs or global affairs, like an actual department. And they were the ones who were in charge of all of like the international electives, international study abroad things, even the summer ones. So you just went there, and then they would have like like a binder that had everything in it. Second part of that was actually a thought. Like, I'm guilty of charge. I have not been on the Schulich Leaders website in probably years. But when I was in undergrad, I remember I was like looking, like we used to do, I'm sure you guys still do, but you were like student paragraph for like what you did or something interesting, like once a semester or something, right? And like, so you could just sit through like other people's like profiles to see like what they did. So the only thing I was wondering, like maybe we should pitch this to David, is just like having even just like a list on the Schulich Leaders website for things that people have done, and you just like a link to what they did, because like even just around a table, I'm hearing some really cool stories of what people have done this summer, things that I probably wouldn't know was even like an option to apply for as like a Canadian student, right?
And for one of the bursaries we got, we had to go and do some volunteering to help promote studying abroad. And one of the people I was talking to there did not a study abroad exactly, but they did an internship in Shanghai. So you can like do internships and whatever in other countries by using by using the university and just figuring out and trying to set it up yourself too.
Actually, on your point, David is actually always looking for people to write like little small little articles. So if you do have any kind of cool adventures like this one, I highly recommend get a hold of them. Just write like a 2-paragraph thing or however long you want, and just say, hey, this is what I did, this is what I learned, and that's it.
I think we just have time for one more question, comment, and then we'll move on.
Question about, so you said you were doing software engineering business.
Yes.
But I think you mentioned you did some architecture courses or something that was not.
Oh yeah, one of the courses we did here, it technically is a cost option. Both of these don't count for me, but that's because I'm in the dual degree. They would both count for cost options. But it was history and architecture in Andalusia, which is southern Spain. And yeah, that's where we got to go around every weekend to go and visit different places for the whole weekend and see places like Cordoba. We got to see the Great Mosque there, or in Seville, we got to go and see the Alcazar, I think. No, it's not that. I forget what that one is, but we would have seen the great cathedral there too, but it was closed. But yeah.